try to be an angel and I try to be a saint, and I try to be everything that deep inside I know I ain't, and I try to remain on top, but then realize that I stink inside. I've been in this maze that I'll never be able to escape. Hey everyone, it's Derek Martin, aka LegitDrick here, where I tell you what I think, how I see things, and any comments that disagree or has a question will be prioritized. I haven't posted all week because I'm just trying to figure out my posting method and what I'm going to be doing in the future. But that's not what this video is about. That's just a little side note before we get started. I'm just going to be giving a rundown of the news that happened this week because it was crazy. It was a crazy week. Too much to make a video on and not enough time. So, let's get into this. So let me break this down in a way that even a child can understand. They open up the video introducing themselves as political leaders, talking about who they currently are, then they move on to their former rank and status as military members and service members and veterans, and that gives the illusion of authority.
Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
They say all they were doing is just telling, basic law, just telling them, you could refuse illegal orders. That's okay.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law
Or our Constitution.
That's not all they were doing. If you watch the whole video, which I'm going to show it, they straight up say that this administration is pitting the military against the civilians. They say the enemy isn't foreign, it's within, it's domestic. What are you trying to say?
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
Against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home.
You're trying to tell all the service members, anyone who's dumb enough to listen to you, that you can make up your own mind. You can determine what is and isn't illegal. People do things that are illegal all the time without knowing. And depending on where you are throughout the country, sometimes you might hesitate to do something because you don't know whether it's legal or not. Legality is very murky. There's different kind of laws. There's different jurisdictions of laws, and you need to understand laws, and that's why we have lawyers. That's why we have judges. We don't need elected officials trying to insert themselves into the chain of command whenever they have absolutely no right to do so. It's not rocket science. It's very simple. It is straight up sedition. They can try to hide behind, oh, we were just stating the obvious. Oh, they want to arrest us for stating the law. No, you were inciting division. You were inciting mistrust. You were telling the troops to second guess the orders they got in the chain of command. You have absolutely no right to do that. And yeah, if you were ordinary citizens, sure, maybe you could say that. It still might be illegal and seditious somehow, but I mean, you might be able to get away with it if you were a citizen and try to hide behind freedom of speech. Maybe. But you guys are sitting Democrats and former military or former CIA, whatever the heck you were. It doesn't really matter because you guys were speaking from a place of authority and trying to incite mistrust and insubordination. If they want to be insubordinate, that will be on them. And then, whatever happens, happens. They can join the anti-fascists and go against the power in your little delusion. But, yeah. If they're dumb enough to listen to you, they were going to do that in the first place. But people that actually understand law and the Constitution and the chain of command and basic freaking reality, they understand what you just did. And that is straight sedition. There's no other way around it. No other way to put it. No other way to look at it. You can try to play all the word games and mental gymnastics you want, but that is the blatant truth. You committed sedition. And I hope every single one of you traitors get hung for it. Legally. There's also this decision from 2005 in the Supreme Court. United States versus Deisher, I think that's how you say the person's name. Well, the case set the precedent that the lawfulness of a military order must be decided by a military judge, not the panel of members in a court-martial. So, obviously, a bunch of Democrats who used to be military or CIA or whatever, they have no right to say what is or isn't a lawful order either. It's up to the individuals whether they want to flip that coin and be insubordinate and maybe have a military judge rule in their favor. But no, if it's not being done by a military judge legally and lawfully, then it's just straight sedition. You have no right. It's not your place to say what is and isn't legal and lawful. Now this next topic deserves its own video entirely, but I was so busy this last week, and this news just hit the country like a freight train right before Thanksgiving. But there is a shooting right outside or right by the White House. Afghan national that was taken in under Biden through this plan to bring over Afghanistan citizens that were helping the military and just ordinary people that wanted to get away from the Taliban. I remember hearing about it way back then, whenever, that they had that botched withdrawal out of Afghanistan. But, I was just, at the time, like, great, more illegals that we are going to have no idea who they are, where to find them, or anything. But, I was still keeping hope that maybe we could get Trump back in there and he could solve all the problems. And, I was half right. He's back in there. But if he solved all the problems, this wouldn't have even happened. I'm not asking for anything authoritarian or anything crazy. He's already stepping up. He's trying to reinforce the troops in D.C., which, honestly, you already killed crime in D.C. Like, that wasn't an issue. This was just a crazy terrorist that decided to pick up a gun and do something crazy. And now he's, on top of sending more troops in, he's also gonna be reevaluating the status of all the Afghan nationals, or like everyone that was brought in under that plan. But I say revet all of them. Just freaking say, I'm going to reevaluate everybody. Why stop at the Afghan nationals? Afghanistan is not the only country with crazy people that wish us harm. They are not the only people that chant death to America in their streets. Why are we waiting for excuses to go after small, little groups and populations? I'm not saying round them all up and ship them all out, like I'm sure leftists are probably hearing right now if they listen to me say this. I'm just saying, make sure we know who the heck is in our country. Make sure we know, where they are. Like, actually have documentation on them and keep track of them. Like, they keep track of American citizens too, in case you haven't noticed. They know where you are. If they want to find you, if cops want to find you, they will find you. One way or another. They keep track of you. The bottom line is, I really love and appreciate what Trump is doing. It's gotta be 100 times more. I'm sorry, we cannot wait for excuses before we find out who we got sleeping on our couch, because they're gonna eat us out of house and home. We can't let that happen. Like, we gotta find out who they are, what their intentions are, and get the ones that hold hostile ideologies, get them out. Like, I'm sorry, yes, freedom of religion is great and fine and dandy and awesome. Whatever your religion says you want entire groups of people gone, erased from existence because they don't accept your worldview, yeah, that is completely contradictory to what America is. Yeah, sorry, that's what your religion says. This is America, where we have freedom of speech and freedom of religion, and everyone is free to practice their own religion however they see fit. And if your religion is straight up calling for people to end people of other religions, then you are just not compatible with our way of life. And you need to leave. It's not that crazy. And I'm tired of even having this debate. Like, it's common sense, but a lot of people just like to feel good about themselves, even if it costs other people's safety. But if you're new to my channel, please check out the music and streaming and all my social media through the Linktree in the description below. Please comment, like, subscribe, tell me what you think, and tell me what you'd like to see me talk about in the future. There's so much more I could have talked about, but I just didn't have enough time, and I'm still trying to figure out everything I'm doing with my life and my YouTube channel. So I hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving and didn't let this awful news, bring down the mood. So thank you very much, and have a blessed day. Keep it legit.
Because I used to be full of nothing but anger and hate on a daily basis, but lately my brain is going through changes, and it's been making me think that I'm fake or maybe misplaced. So now I'm breaking through my chains and will no longer be restrained.